Is that yummy? Okay.
It's very yummy. The frozen I think is the best, but I also like the cold. I've never tried the hot because like it's never been cold. Hey guys, it is Sunday night and I'm only just realizing that today marks the 7th and final day of the 'Tis the Season-a-thon. So I finished 3 books and I'm in the middle of Landline by Rainbow Rowell. I think at this point I'm at like the 40% mark, but I don't have the physical book. I'm just listening to the audiobook, so I can't really tell. But I'm still really enjoying it. I wish I could have finished it before the end of the readathon, but I mean, obviously, as you guys know, I've been very busy and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get a ton of reading done while here, so honestly, it's fine. But even though it is the last day of the readathon, I am going to combine today's clips with tomorrow's footage into one vlog, because today I didn't get a lot of footage because we just went back to Universal and there wasn't much new to get because I filmed so much yesterday. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready for bed and just keep listening to my audiobook, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Everyone, so I'm giving you guys like a midday update. I'm sorry that's kind of noisy in the van right now, but I had to crank up the AC as soon as I got in the van because it is kind of hot today in Orlando. I think the high is gonna be like 80, which is crazy for this time of year. But I actually finished Animal Kingdom in like 3 hours or so, 3.5 hours. Because basically with Animal Kingdom, there's only so many rides that I want to go on. So I went on Flight of Passage, the new-ish Avatar attraction, and it said the wait was going to be 165 minutes, and so I prepared myself to wait that long. I actually brought my headphones with me so that I could listen to my audiobook while waiting in line. So I ended up waiting only about 90 minutes, which is amazing, and because I listened to my audiobooks on 2x speed, I listened to 3 hours of an audiobook while in line for Flight of Passage. And I have to say, I was skeptical about the Pandora World and the rides rides and stuff, but Flight of Passage was incredible. Like, it's worth the long waits for sure. It was so, so, so good. And so then after that, I just went on to Dinosaur because I had a fast pass for that, so that was really great. And then I rode Expedition Everest 2 times in a row because they do have a single rider line. So yeah, so that was pretty much it. Then I just got lunch. I just kind of stopped at a kiosk and got the pulled pork mac and cheese. And it's almost 1 o'clock right now, and I'm about to head over to Hollywood Studios and spend the rest of my day there. So cue the montage clips.
Unexpected surprise. I have the great honor of introducing the one, the only Mr. Mickey Mouse.
Hello, I'm here.
You were not Mickey Mouse, you're a rat.
Rats! Besides, they're tourists. What do they know?
You get out of here.
Okay, let's go get my 10 bucks.
Get out, get out.
You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, things and ideas you just possibly had to the twilight The time is now, on an evening very much much like the one we have just witnessed.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't leave these people here like this.
We can't?
No! Come on, you know how we feel about our fans.
Yeah, that's right. Well, guys, what do you expect me to do? Send them all with you?
Hey, Steven, how about some backstage passes?
Wait a minute. I love that idea. How about some backstage passes?
All right, hey guys, I'm looking like a mess right now. I finished at Hollywood Studios. It is now 5 o'clock, so it didn't take me too long to do everything that I wanted to do. And I just got back to the hotel. I'm literally sitting in the hotel parking lot about to go back to the room. So I thought I would give you guys like my personal reviews of like the couple of new attractions. So as far as Pandora goes, now I know Pandora has been in Animal Kingdom since 2017. But I haven't been, and it is still a relatively new attraction. And so Pandora itself is beautiful. I love the floating mountain they have going on, but other than that, it's not very different from a regular jungle. As far as the ride itself, Flight of Passage, that is an incredible ride. I have to give credit where credit is due. It is an amazing ride. Then as far as Star Wars Land goes, now that is in Hollywood Studios, and the land itself, I believe, opened this summer. I think like maybe 6 months ago. And it also opened with one attraction called, I think, Millennium Falcon Smuggler Run. And I went on that today because there is a single rider option. The other attraction, which is called Rise of the Resistance, that just opened a couple of days ago. And Disney is doing something where they're basically doing boarding groups. And if you can't snag a spot in one of the boarding groups, you just can't ride the ride because there's just too much of a demand for it. So the land itself, it's cool, it's interesting. The problem with it is that I've heard that Star Wars Land really only focuses on one aspect of, I think, one film. Oh, there's people walking by. Please don't look at me while I am filming. It's basically like this smuggler's outpost in a desert-like area of a planet, or it's on a desert-like planet. And so because it's a desert, it's very monochromatic. It's very much like the color of sand and just like a light gray color pretty much throughout. I will say the desert market is pretty cool. And there's some cool like spacecraft things like throughout that are really interesting. And I actually got a clip of like a couple of stormtroopers walking around. So there are interesting things, but at the same time, it's a little bland and a little monochromatic. Now, as far as Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, so I did single rider for that, and I only ended up waiting about 15 to 20 minutes for it. And it is a really cool ride. So basically you are in like your own spacecraft with 5 other people. So it's like a flight crew of 6 people, and each person has their own role. I think there's 3 roles, so 2 people have the same role, and I was an engineer. Basically, there are buttons and like levers in front of you that when they flash, you need to push them. And if you don't, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you know, but I mean, it's something to add to the ride experience, basically. So while that was fun, the problem that I had was because all the buttons were on the side of you and the screen is in front of you, like the front of the spacecraft is in front of you and all the action is in front of you, I had to keep turning away from the action to push a button. And so I felt like I was missing something every time I had to turn to push a button. So that's my only gripe with the ride. I think it's really well done. It's a cool concept. You know, we're basically smuggling goods into, I guess, this land that has been taken over by Kylo Ren and the First Order. I could be totally butchering that. And so we're basically smuggling stuff to the Resistance. It's really cool. I kind of wish that I would have been able to ride Rise of the Resistance, but it's a brand new ride, so I understand that it wasn't going to be possible. So I just kind of wanted to give my reviews of like those couple of attractions, but that is it for Disney World for the day. I didn't listen to any more of Landline. I'm going to finish it tonight. I am making myself finish it tonight so that I can review it for you guys in this vlog. I think I have like an hour and a half up to 2 hours left of the audiobook, but I listened to it at 2 times speed, so I'll get it done in about an hour. So that being said, I'm gonna go back up to my hotel room and probably take a nap and then start editing this vlog and finishing Landline. Okay, hey guys, I finished Landline by Rainbow Rowell literally like 5 minutes ago and just wrote my Goodreads review. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it for a couple of minutes because I really need to finish editing this vlog and I need to start uploading it because it's going to take me a while because this vlog is probably going to be 20 minutes. So basically, if you don't know what this book is about, it is about Neil and Georgie, who have been married for some years. I can't remember exactly how many years. And they are having marital issues. And so basically Neil wants to take Georgie and the kids to Omaha, which is where he's from, for Christmas. And Georgie needs to stay where they're living. I think they live like in LA or around LA for work basically. And so Neil leaves on very bad terms. And so she calls him a few times, he doesn't answer her, and she ends up going to her mom's house where her mom has this old landline phone. And she calls Neil on the landline phone, and it turns out that she's talking to Neil from the past, from like 1998, and the book takes place in 2013. So that's really the basic premise. There's kind of this magical realism kind of aspect to it. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. I really loved all the characters. I definitely enjoyed this one more than Attachments, which is Rainbow Rowell's other adult novel. Is really the relationship between Georgie and Neil and how they developed from being friends to being boyfriend and girlfriend to being husband and wife and to being parents. And I loved all the side characters, Georgie's family. Yeah, I liked all the little side plots that were happening. My one major gripe is with Neil's character. So throughout this book, Georgie calls him numerous times to try to get in touch with him, to try to apologize to him, and he never calls her back. And I just don't understand it. I just think it's absolute bullshit that he ghosts his wife like the whole book, because basically she just ends up talking to his past self for most of the novel. She's not actually talking to present day Neil. And so then at the end of the book when they're reunited, he doesn't even attempt to explain himself or apologize for it. And I just think it's BS that it ends up being in the end that this is all Georgie's fault when he's definitely also in the wrong. So that is a major gripe that I have with the story. So that's why I couldn't give it 5 stars, but I did really enjoy it. And I totally see now why Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads loves it so much. And I am glad that this is the final book of the 'Tis the Season-a-thon for me. Even though 'Tis the Season-a-thon ended yesterday, I am extending it a day. But yeah, I did really enjoy it, and I do recommend it if you already know that you like Rainbow Rowell's works. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go edit this vlog. I'm gonna close this clip out. And yeah, I think I'm gonna take a few days of a break from filming and editing videos because I uploaded 5 videos in the span of like a week, which is just crazy for me. But I will probably post a video either this Saturday or next Wednesday. So thank you guys so much for watching these vlogs. I would love it if you would consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!